Hey, hello. Welcome to the inaugural episode of Destructoid Impulse, a show in which a couple of times a week we shoot from the hip on the latest news and topics within the video game industry. So, on Impulse, you could say, I sat down with associate editor Peter Gladkowski and we gave our first impressions on the latest Nintendo Direct. Well, Peter, the Nintendo Direct has arrived.
It has.
A little bit late, due to Mother Nature just being a thing in Japan and stuff. But it's here.
Terrible thing.
And it started off with some 3DS stuff, which is still going. That's a system they're still supporting, which isn't normally the Nintendo thing to do.
With 7-year-old ports.
Yeah. Unlike the Wii U. The Wii U, they just kind of want everybody to forget.
Sort of. You got New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, which is...
Yeah, that's a name.
A big mouthful of a name.
A lot of syllables there. You think they would have put, like, Switch in there or something, but I guess they already have that planned down the road, maybe? I don't know. But as for the 3DS itself, Luigi's Mansion is getting a remake on 3DS. I'm going to be reviewing that in October. And it's going to have a 2-player co-op mode. Local only, though, which is kind of disappointing. But I don't know. If you have a younger sibling or a kid or anything like that, it's perfect for that.
I think it's perfect. My sister's a huge Luigi fan in general. And she loves Luigi's Mansion, but...
Yeah, it's more of a me problem. I don't have friends or people to play with.
My sister's not particularly good at games, and the only few that I've ever actually seen her finish are ones she's played with me, like even in our youth, but especially like Mario 3D World. She played the whole damn thing with me because co-op. So to me, that sounds perfect for Luigi's Mansion.
I once had an awkward interaction with a person playing Pokemon Go in a parking lot. Kind of locked eyes for a second, and then we both walked away in shame. That's about the closest I've had in terms of like a local cooperative experience.
That sounds wonderful.
But then they followed up with an announcement for, or actually this was prior, I think, Luigi's Mansion 3. There wasn't really much there. It was kind of a teaser.
In Europe, I know, and I think Japan too, Dark Moon was called Luigi's Mansion 2. So
Yeah.
Likely that's just a placeholder name.
Yeah, probably. And then following that, there was a Final Fight, and a bunch of other like brawler beat-em-up games are coming from Capcom and did this like bundle thing.
The Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle. All classic games. Final Fight has been re-released. It was on PS3 and 360 before. But every single one of these games, barring that, has not had a home console release. So that's incredible.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. Capcom in general are like sitting on like a mountain pile of dead IPs, so...
They have so many classic games from the 90s. Like, you don't even have to do anything with them because they all look incredible and they're just like arcade perfection.
On the topic of looking like perfection, they showed off a new Joy-Con. A first. Finally, we're getting a proper D-pad in the most bizarre way imaginable.
The most Nintendo way imaginable.
Yeah, this is very on brand for Nintendo. They took the NES controller, flipped it sideways, 2 of them, and they made it into a pair of Joy-Con.
Attach it to your Switch.
Yeah, that's one way to play all of those exciting NES games you'll be paying for, I guess.
The 50th time.
We'll talk about that in the next episode, but yeah.
I actually do wonder if you could just use the Switch with those 2 stupid controllers on the side.
The odd thing about this is, I think you'd only get this if you're subscribed to the online service or whatever.
After the announcement that Cloud Saves actually isn't coming to every single game, I am taking every single like weird wording that Nintendo has at face value. So in the Twitter post, it says specifically, exclusive to customers of Nintendo's online service. So you can't even buy them separately.
That's very on brand for Nintendo.
And then on top of that, they're $60. It's an NES controller. My God.
In Canada, Joy-Cons are like $100. So that's what I just
Lord. I would not spend that on a controller.
Yeah, I remember when I bought my Nintendo Switch for the first time, I remember thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go buy a second pair of Joy-Cons. And I went to Walmart and I saw the Joy-Con prices and I was like, hey, I guess I'm not. It's been like that ever since.
Mine have the issue where the left Joy-Con desyncs and it annoys the heck out of me.
I've had that with the analog stick, but I've just kind of cleaned it. It sort of fixes itself. But every now and then, like, I'm playing Zelda and suddenly the camera starts panning for no reason. And I'm like, well, that's happening.
This is my life. I mean, I guess the perfect solution to making a Joy-Con work is crafting your own, much like the crafted style of Yoshi's Crafted World.
Yeah, that's a transition. We'll do that. But yeah, Yoshi's Crafted World. It looks incredible. You replay the levels from a different perspective. I'm a huge fan of that.
I like that it has a built-in time trial mode.
Yoshi's Woolly World was a piss-easy, babby game, but man, it's a very pretty piss-easy, babby game, and this looks also like a piss-easy, babby game, but it looks pretty.
I hate to be the contrarian here, but I actually didn't like Woolly World. I didn't hate it. Yoshi's Island was so inventive, and like every level's different, and you're doing new things all the time, and then every subsequent Yoshi game is just the same formula but easier. Even when I played Woolly World, a lot of it just is Yoshi's Island. The bosses are all the same, the music's crappier. Somehow the graphics don't look as good as the SNES game.
I don't know. I dig the aesthetic style of Woolly's World.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I will not say that. But to me, personally, it came to that point where I realized I don't think I'm ever going to love a game like I did Yoshi's Island.
On the topic of something that'll never be as good as the previous games, Final Fantasy games are heading to the Switch. The good ones that you remember and love and separate.
Well, I mean, like you said, it's all the good ones, so it wouldn't be 8.
Exactly. Final Fantasy 7, 9. Was 10 and 10-2 in there?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, 10 and 10-2.
And 12.
12, yeah, 12 is in there as well.
I mean, I was very shocked. It was just, wow, you're just gonna go straight from Crystal Chronicles to, here's a bunch of classic games. Like, wow. And it's a solid lineup.
Yeah.
People might have their issues with 7 or 9 or 10 or whatever, but they're all at least worth experiencing once. But you really can't, if they're all based on the newer ports too, then what is there to be upset about? Like, those add features that improve the playability of the games.
I probably shouldn't admit this, but like replaying Final Fantasy 7 on the PlayStation 4, that port they re-released from the Steam version, having that ability to like speed up time when grinding, it was a godsend. You could just like grind for like 20 minutes at like warp speed and then just skip encounters. It's great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
On the topic of amazing, Pokemon developers Game Freak are working on a new RPG with a gimmick that it's all set in a town, with the working name, Town.
Will it be like The Village?
Hey man, if M. Night Shyamalan came in to work on a game with Game Freak that was just a recreation of The Village called The Town, I'd be sold. I mean,
the real twist is that it's in a city.
Damn.
So then the title is completely false.
I just don't know if the gimmick of it all being set in a town will hold up.
Or city.
Yeah, hey, if we're going with that, but
or city.
I just don't know if that'll hold up. Like, I'm curious what the actual gameplay formula will be like to keep all of that interesting. Ending on the note of the direct, though, Isabelle from Animal Crossing was announced for Smash.
What a way to play with my emotions. I was so devastated.
When I was watching that, I was so stoked, and then when I saw the Smash stuff pop up, my heart sank. And then it rose back up!
With the surprise save from Tom Nook, of all people.
Tom Nook turned face to unveil Animal Crossing for the Switch in 2019.
Not that I hate Smash or anything, but I've wanted a new Animal Crossing for a while now, and I figured it would have been on Switch year 1.
Yeah, like I thought that would be like an attempt to get that out there immediately, but that's what I bought the Switch for. I was like, there's going to be an Animal Crossing game on this new system, I will have to buy this new system.
Just seeing those HD graphics, I thought to myself, yes, it's happening, my god.
Isabelle's gonna be the mayor! And then cut to Smash. If it would have ended on that note, I would have been kind of salty, but hey, they didn't. Tom Nook came in, like I said, he turned face, unveiled the game. Well, not really the game itself, but a teaser.
Then he winked and said it'll only cost you 50,000 bells. Man, Tom Nook.
Tom Nook is a piece of shit. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. What was your highlight from the latest direct? That new Katamari looks pretty dope. Will Luigi get the redemption he deserves? Let me know. But for all your latest video game news, reviews, and more, head on over to Destructoid.com.